Okay guys, so actually we have completed our first module, that is Sketcher. So now we'll move on to our next module, that is part designing. Okay, so I'll close this product. I'll select start, mechanical design and part design. I'll click OK. So in our previous tutorials you have seen that we had gone into start, mechanical design, part design, and from there we have entered into part design, and from here we had selected one of these three planes, and then we had by selecting these planes we had gone into sketchers, okay, for drawing 2D drawings. So this is the one way of getting into Sketcher, or else you can directly go to Sketcher from mechanical design to Sketcher, but we'll prefer it that way, that we'll first start with start, mechanical design, then part design. Okay, so now today I would like to tell you something about 3D modeling. In 3D modeling, basically what we do is we select a plane, we draw a figure on that plane, and we try to convert that 2D object into 3D object by using some features which are known as 3D creation features. In this, these features are given in this sketch based features toolbar. Okay, so we're going to look at each and every features of this toolbar. Okay, so first part would be consisting of these three sub features of this pad toolbar. Next part would be of this pocket. Next part, third part, would consist of this lectures first. Okay, would consist this shaft, groove, hole and rib and slot, and in the next part we'll study these two and this. Okay, so I'll quickly close all the other toolbars. Okay, so today we are going to study sketch based feature toolbar. This is the first toolbar which we are going to study in 3D modeling. Okay, so for this purpose, this toolbar is known as sketch based feature. So you have to draw a sketch in Sketcher for these features to use. Okay, so I'll select a plane. By default I'll select XY plane. I'll go into Sketcher. Now as you are familiar with this interface of Sketcher, you may be knowing how to use this profile, sketch tool, constraints, operation, okay, and these all. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll make a basic design of a square. I've made a square. I'll give it constraints. I want the square to be 50 by 100. Okay, I've given the dimension, I've constrained my to sketch. Okay, then I'll exit the workbench of Sketcher. Now I have gone into part design workbench. Okay, this is my sketch on the XY plane. Now today we'll study these three features of the sketch based feature, sub features of sketch based feature of pad. Okay, so the first feature, sub feature of this pad is the pad. Okay, so for this we require a closed figure, 2D figure, a closed 2D figure for it to get padded. Okay, so I'll select this figure. Okay, so as you can see, my 2D figure has converted into 3D model, but here are some parameters that I have to give before I can make a 3D model. So I've got certain options over here, that is type, up to next, up to last, up to plane and up to surface. So we'll check out each and everything. Okay, for this time I'll just stick it on to this particular dimension type. Okay, I have given the dimension. I'll select the length. I want the pad to be of 50 mm. Okay, I have selected it. I have already selected my sketch. This is my sketch. I have selected it. Now, as I have selected my sketch, my whole body will get extruded as a thick solid body. So if you want your sketch to extrude or pad as per the outlines of the figure, so you can select thick. As you select thick, you can see only the outline has increased, has been padded as per the thickness provided here. Okay, so if you can see the thickness 1 is the thickness. Okay, so you can increase the thickness, the outer thickness. Let me show you. I'll select the plane. I'll select this plane. Okay, so now as you can see, if I increase the thickness 1, it will increase the inner thickness from the neutral element. The neutral element of ours is the square. So if we increase the thickness 1, it will increase the thickness inside, and if we increase the thickness 2, then it will increase the thickness of the outside area preview. So we'll get the padded part as this. Okay, now this is limit 1. Okay, we have got a limit. If you want, then you can reverse the direction of your extrusion. So I'll reverse the direction of my extrusion. Okay, so this is my direction of extrusion. Or if you want it to be extended in both the directions, okay, if you want it to extrude 50 here and then 20 in this direction, so I've got an option, that is second limit. So I'll specify my second limit to be 20. Okay, I have specified my second limit to be 20. So you can see that here at the length of 20, my figure has extruded. I'll click preview and you can see that my figure has extended in the opposite direction as well. Okay, so instead of doing this, if you want to draw the object mirror to something, so you can select this mirror extend command. So the second limit will get off, and you can see as much as you increase it in the first limit, the same depth would you would gain in the second limit. So if I give it the pad to be 20, then if I enter OK, then you have got a pad of 20. Now if you have drawn this and you want to make some changes in it, so you can directly switch over to this area in the tree and you can double click on it, and the same thing will open it to again, and you can make the changes again as per your need. Okay, so this is the pad command, pad sub features of the sketch base feature. Okay, so here are these things. So okay, I'll click OK. Now I've got my pad. Okay, so we have completed our first sub feature, that is pad.